my name is Russell Scott from scottcarvings.com, and I'm going to do one of my Scott Carvings rough outs. You can get these rough outs from scottcarvings.com website. I am going to show, at least get started on this, and I'm more interested in the more important parts of this. There's a lot of repeat of all my other videos, but I'm more interested in just more of the important details. And I'm not going to waste too much time cleaning it up and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, my name is Russell Scott. If you like my website, or if you like my videos, press like. And also subscribe. And if you're new to Scott Carvings, I also have a free patterns. Again, down in the description part of this. And if you sign up for my email, I will send you. First, I'll send you a free pattern, little pattern book, and then you will get occasional emails from me and of whatever's the latest thing that comes out. Also, I will have on my email connections to my other free patterns that I got out there. Lots and lots of free patterns, and you don't know until you subscribe. Also, check out the rest of my other rough outs and books via from Scott Carvings in spiral form, and others that are in Amazon if you like the the book binding. Oh, kind of lost my voice for a moment here. So I'll just probably get started until I get my voice back. And I'm going to start on the little creases. And this is what we're going to carve. This is the go-by that I do with all my students. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you and put it aside. And we will be going with the go-by picture because this is what you do get. And that's what I prefer to do. And we'll come back to the figure later. But again, let's start in where all the creases are. Like here, you have to look a little sharp here. There's the hand. And then there's the cuff. The book comes down here. Now this is going to be cleaned out because the router bit couldn't get in there for the rough out router bit. And that's what we're going to do, is we're going to clean out these router bit fur. I always call it fur. Feels like fur. And you want to get rid of them. You don't want to leave it, especially in the hair. And you think you're kind of clever that you're going to keep it in the hair because hair is kind of furry. No, it does not paint. It does not paint very well. I've done that when I thought I had all of the fur off and painted, and here's another point where the router bit couldn't get in there. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the knot later, so just leave it as a circle right now. And here, now the feet. Now you'll notice, here's the big thing here. If you want to take another tool, the difference between the feet and the apron, there's going to be a lot of digging out. A lot of digging out. And so I might have to leave this. I'm going to pencil in what I think should be here, but I'm going to have to leave most of this until after I get this, like right about I got about here. And even the foot itself is going to be thinned. So we'll get into that. There's the hat. We're going to deal with ears. You don't have to put in ears if you don't want to. They're available. This is a good chance. I recommend that you do, for you to get to learn or practice your ears, your ear carving. Now we got this right here. Comes around on top of the ear. Oh, where did it go? Right here. Okay, I think we got enough to get started. I want to leave the face alone. Do this before you get going, is put this in. See how it's at an angle? He does tilt a little bit to the angle. I'll put that in there. And I think we're ready to go. Now, I've had some students that decided that they didn't want to pick at the spoon, and that is to take the knife and cut that spoon off of there and then drill a hole and then carve a spoon from a little scrap and shove it in there. You could do that too. Okay, let's take the V tool and let's get started on it. Where are we? V tool. Let's get going. I'll start with this one here where I started with. I don't want to dig too deep right now. Just enough to commit to it. Semi-commit. I just don't know exactly where, but I'm pretty sure that was the right spot. And like I said, we're going to have to take, I wonder if I could start this. I'm going to take it, like I said, the shoe is a lot thinner. So I am going to take another tool for this. There. I wonder if this will help. You might want to use, you could use a round tool. You might end up doing it at the end, or maybe you can do it right now. One other tool is, and I like doing this because I could do the thinning out the foot at the same time. I mean, we probably could have done this later, but we wanted to get it started, so I might as well get it started here too. And usually I use both tools because I get it started. They're making a lot of noise under the table here. Because see, after a while, I cannot get in there. And then I'll use my round tool. I'm thinking the foot is almost as good as I want it, so you have to come back for more trimming. Okay, let's get my round tool. This is my stew-by. I'll be using my stew-by tools. This is a number 11, about a 14 mil. And let's get in there. I have my Russell Scott Carvings tool set from stew-by. You can get it from Chris Warlock. Again, the instructions to get to that is down in the description area. How to get how to connect and talk with Chris Warlock so you can order your tools. All right, I think I got pretty much out of there. I want it, since I got it mostly out of there and we're trying to trim a little bit, I think I'll take my 2x knife here and at least get it started. In other words, round it here. And we'll come back for cleaning later down here. I'm glad we got it started. Still on? Yep. Now, let's take, while we're at it, see if we can get in there. Now with this chisel. Start with this chisel. All right, we'll come back to that again. Let's get back to taking the, oops. Taking this off. And what I like to do at the same time is start in this while taking it off. Make sure there's a good square. One of the squares, that's the best way to put it. 90-degree angle here. Then not only have the 90-degree angle, but do just a little bit of cutting around here. You could do this. Sometimes I wait to the end, but I figure while I'm here now, let's do it right now. You're just getting started. And that's what I want you to do. Oops. I left this out here. And it's here with the beard and the hair. I left out the back there. I'll get to that. Start trimming. See, I used to have the philosophy of just take the fur off first, but while you're on it and you got the knife in your hand, you might as well just get that little extra cut right now while you have it in that angle. See, like for example here, I'll clean this a little bit. Now I will put this in straight down, and what happens is that the hand goes inside the sleeve, or the wrist that is. So you're doing two birds with one stone while you're here. And on this, again, you're almost, when you're done with all this, it'll almost be done. Just these little extra creases, and we'll come back to details and so on, but see, that's what I want you to do, is just keep scraping, not scraping, but keep taking the fur off. Any chance you could put a crease in? I don't know if that's the right word, a crease, as opposed to shadowing lines, cuts. Like right here is a good example. Like about 20 degrees this way, 20 degrees this way. So you got a good start on it, and easier to clean. Okay, you keep cleaning. Make sure you got all your marks in, and make sure you got your all V's in. And of course we got to do the top. Now the top's going to be a little difficult because it can slip on you over here. Especially when you get this knot, start working on this knot here. Or whatever this is called, this little, because when you get over here, watch it. And we'll shape this later. Right now, we'll just take the fur off. And just keep working at it. Keep working. Okay, I'm back. I took off as much as I could of the fur, left the face as I like to do. This one is going to be an eared one. It's going to be some ears. And I cleaned up as much as I can, so let's start forming it, shaping it. Let's see, where's my knife? Let's start at the bottom again. Pencil. Now the thing, before I take the pencil to this, I would like to take a few swipes at the, should we say, thinness of the shoe. It's a little more than I care to have, so. So you got for here, I'm carving here. There, just a couple of swipes. This is my number 5, about a 25 mil. That'd be about an inch and a half, or inch and a quarter. Take my knife and just round and clean. Round and clean. Oh, forgot my, where are you? Brush here. All right, we'll do a little bit of cleanup now that we got the heavy junk out of the way. 20% one way, 20% the other way. Got a nice little crease there. That's relatively clean. Get the fingers out of the way. Where are you? Over here. A little bit of cleaning up here. Watch the grain. It seems to be okay going this way. I think I need a little on this here. The grain seems to go in this direction. I would think it'd be the other way around. Cleaning some of those knife marks off, or chisel marks off. All right, so I got the shoe a little better here. A little more what I want-ish. I think I'll do my small V. All right, I will need to separate these just a little bit. Round. All right, I'm going to make some big circles here. So it's going to be right here is where the heel is. You get it so they touch. So just kind of a feel what the shoe should do. And now, if you were to round this, you're going to be taking some of this off. And there you go. Now here, we want to cut in right here, inward. This here can have the natural cut in. There. Okay, that's a little better. Now I'm going to put a little bit of a shadow in there. Shadow. Watch the thumb. A little bit of a shadow in here. A little bit of roundness here. I see there's still more of the fur. So I'm going to, while I'm here, just do a little, this is how I'm going to leave it. It just scoops on the fur trim. All right, while we're at the shoe, let's put a little dent here. Wear and tear. Wear and tear. All right, let's put the heel in. Down and then towards the heel, from the sole towards the heel. This one I'm going to bring it up a little bit to match the other one. This is too far back. Oops. And I went to the, I tried to go to the pencil mark. Now we want our chisel, small chisel. Now you got to watch the direction of the grain. Oh, I'm sorry, before we did that, halt. I want to bring this up a little bit. There we go. Well, because then what's going to happen is, and then this is going to come up. Yeah, we got a little extra shadow here because we've got the morning light coming in. Oops, see how, because it's in the wrong direction. But I'm kind of stuck with that. And I'm thinking it's okay because the shoe is all worn out anyways. Now is this the wrong way? This is the wrong way. There you go, that's the right way. You can feel it. and then it goes up like that. Did I do that? Yeah, I started with it. I went up. That takes care of the shoe. Probably a good chunk of the, let's take this. Let's take a V to it to get started. Because then I would take my knife about 20 degrees. So we want to put that shadow in there. 20 degrees the other way. I'm going to put the fur trim back in there. That was one of the things I tried to hold off on, is when cleaning I wanted to make sure that the fur trim comes out. I'll do one of these. And that's about it. The other fur that might be in there. Okay, now I want to not only clean but shape the legs. Now the legs, we got knees and the backside coming in. So let's just get things kind of cleaned up and separated. Actually, there's his bib. Get that and start shaping that a little bit. And usually, like I do while I'm here, I might as well give that a quick scoop while we're here. So we can continue cleaning the legs. Now the reason I wanted to wait is because the grain is goofy on this particular piece. Oops. That's why it looks kind of choppy here, is because the grain, instead of going up, I have to come down. A little bit of cleaning there. Same on this side here. Oops. Now before I'll put the knee in. Remember, he's a short guy. We'll put the knee in because the butoctal will be right about here. There's the knee. About 40 one way, 40 the other. And then you want to just smooth it a little bit. So in other words, you're bringing this part in, and you're bringing this part in here. Okay, now Lynn is coming downstairs. I didn't tell her that I was filming. So I'm going to pause this for a minute here. That I grab a little bit of carving some video. Now I'm going to move this. Put this on pause. All right, we're back. Like I said, we did the knee, made a little more cleanup there. Now the thing is, before I get into the butoctal, let's work on this ribbon here. Now the ribbon is gonna, there is some really heavy undercutting here. There. And that's why I kind of left it. Maybe I did get some of that fur off there, but I thought since I'm going to be doing some major surgery, I didn't know how much and where yet. Well, maybe a little bit here. I could. A little bit here. I could. But the more you can undercut. Now you don't want to undercut too much because you don't want this to become fragile and break. So I'll just kind of come in here. And just a little bit, just enough to show the separation. You don't have to get too under. If you want to bring that out, I mean, it would look good if it was way all the way through, but like I said, it could be quite fragile, and I'm coming in. So it's the first shapings of this ribbon or tie. We'll come back later. Right now I just want to make some room under here. And if you want to take a round chisel, any round chisel, what I got handy here has got my number 8, about 8 mils. And just getting it started. Any round tool will do. Well, as long as it isn't too small. This is probably the smallest you want to go, is what I have here. And the smaller I think is a little better too, because you can get underneath there. Like I said, any round tool. While I'm at it, see if I can clean up underneath here. So if you do have some chisels, you can use them too instead of just a knife. You'll be surprised at all kinds of things you can do with that chisel. If you already got a set, as I mentioned, hopefully you got my set. Look below for my stew-by set. Now there's the connection. Free to go. Website. Check out my stew-by set. And if you're interested, there's the connection, and tell Chris you're interested in it. And oops, you know, I want to get a chisel in there first. You know, it helps guide, and I can see what I need to. Oops, don't pry too much. Because that's what we want to do here too, that I did neglect to do. Just put a nice, or did I? Did I put a, maybe I did. And I just probably lost it after all this carving here. Come back and do another 20 degrees, whoops, one way, and then 20 degrees the other. And the knife started to, got into the flow there and started to take off more than I wanted. But it is relatively imperfect. If there's a slip of the knife, you can shape it a little bit. This pants is, I want to say, relatively baggy. I'll leave that to clean up. I don't want you to waste your time me futzing with these little things. Okay, now we got the back of the pants, and well, we got the front of the pants. So the pants is done. I want to keep going up. Let's go the ribbon. All right, I want to have that ribbon up, or the cord, or whatever you want to call it. Let's do this first. Now I give you a lot of wood here. You can do a quick fictitious. I've done that. So let's, if you want to do that, just a simple cut and cut, call it good. And the scoop. Or let's do a more realistic-ish one. Cut this out here because I'm still shaping. Still shaping. Because the tool didn't get in there. What was I trying to say? The router or the rough out bit couldn't get in there. Now here's what I'm doing. Leave that like that, and it's something like this. You start with this V. You go here. Now this goes in, tucks into here. Whoops. This tucks into here. Get rid of that. And this just goes in. Now I'm not sure, but then I usually would add another, because it's trying to get it, or trying to get the, you can't see where this comes in and comes around, and we're trying to make it so you can't see it. So do just a little cut here. Then you do this thing right here, cut. And what's going to happen is it's going to go in there, because this is where it starts. Trying to think, how did this go? So I want these separated. This goes in. But what's happening is this is going to go around. It does. But it's got to go around in between these two. There we go. That's to go around, and then therefore this has got to be cleaned here like that. Nice chip cut. Got this, not as round. If you have the opportunity to look at a knot, see how far I am. I am pretty close. This is more caricature. Flip this over. One of these, and then what I'm gonna leave it like that. Oh, I'm sorry. One more here. Now begin to rounding. And then let's do a little bit of. Oops, not too far. Careful. One of these. Round, and it's supposed to go like it's going to go down, so you do want your shadow in there. Same with this, because this goes in here. That's what he's exactly going to do. And this is just some extra loop that goes from somewhere to somewhere, but it takes. So that's a little better. I think if we look close, I might be off a little more, but I like to get it as close as you can to realistic. In the old days, yeah, I just take the ball, make it a round ball, and put some dents in it and call it good. But it is easier to just do it right. Or it's not easier, but might as well do it right. Okay, now what I want to know is my pencil is, I think I want to shrink this a little bit. And when you shrink it, I want it to go in like this. So it starts to knot up. A little scratch here. Just want it to go in a little bit. Like I said, I'll clean up later. It is a bit difficult because I'm holding this carving out and not close to me here. There's a reason why it just doesn't come perfect right away. But you got all these little extra details that just make this carving pop a little better. I'll still some more. And then I want to put an extra one of these in. Little dents. Like I said, I want the ribbon to come up. Let's see, I got this. And this rounds more, and then I'm going to get more on the top at the same time. There. If you want to add a little extra, like I said, about 10 degrees one way, 10 degrees the other. Do this to all your carvings where it separates. It's worth it to just do this little extra. It picks it up. Okay. And while I'm here, I'll do the same the other. I got that. I want to do one of these creases like I got it in the picture. And I'll get to the other one. When I come over here, same thing. This here, that there. You do one of these. Now I like it. This reminded me what it should be more like. Let's go back over here. That the shirt kind of drapes over. I forgot that. Some drapage there. Okay, here. Now this is going to be a bit difficult. Pick up a little bit of this while I'm here. Pick this up. Instead of waiting, I'm going to pick something up here while I got it here. Some more of the fur. I did that to this side. Sorry, see, I got misdirected. That's what I usually do. I get misdirected, but it's okay because I will get back. Okay, so we want to bring this out, but we also want to round it. A little quick cleanup, just a little quickie. Come back for the rest, and again one of these. Okay. All right, finish the bow here, or finish the ribbon and the bow. Now again, there's a lot of picking. See I like to get some sharp, and again, I want to get some shading in there. But I'll just have to work at that when I, have my visor and my time, not your time. I don't want to. You can get in there. Now it's the same thing here, just a little extra. Carefully, don't push down too hard because you got this thinned out. Yeah, I'll just do a little bit of this since that's in the way. Now you can have it as sharp and leave it. The one I got here is more rounded. Put more depth to it or something. That's a little bit of a twist here. So it's just not straight, perfectly straight. All right. What's left is the hair on this side. I'll make sure I got this all clean, but I'll come back to this later, the bun later. Seeing more what I've left. But come back later. It's time to flip her over. I'm pretty well relatively happy with the back side. Sure, quite a bit of cleaning up to do, but I just don't want to waste your time picking and grinning here. Flip her over. What do we got? I'll tell you what we got. Let's flip it back. Put that there for you to look at a little more while I go. A little bit of a drink here. My water baba. Okay, we got, just start with the apron a little bit here, the easy stuff, and get that out of the way. Again, as I've said, here's some more. Here's some more here. Now what I want to do is one of this, like I said, about 10 degrees this way. It's really worth it to just put that extra, how it just separates things. Makes it less of a blob. I shouldn't spend too much. I'll come back to this because I got to work on the hand itself. But all right, let's get started here on the hand and the cook. Now, as I have mentioned, I like to put this detail in right away, not for the sake of, moving things along, but because that helps me shape the arm, because there's two sections on this arm. Upper arm, lower arm, of course, forearm. And this helps me round. Remembering that the elbow is right here. The elbow is what sticks out, which means this will come in a bit. Now I want to put some dents because it is a really floppy, floppy shirt he's got on there. Now I'm going to shape this over here, and then I got to bring this way. Now I'm going to round this. And it's the same here. I want to bring this in and get more of the book in. There. Now what I want is to make sure that now he's wearing cuffs now. This is the thing that's different. This is not fur. We're going to do this a little bit different than just simply having it sticking out. In fact, let's do that right now. Let's take care of that by shaping it. Now what's going to happen is, let's get this in like this, and you're going to go in, and it's going to be an undercut. See that? See that undercut there? And that's what we want, because what's going to happen is that the shirt comes out and then flips back. All right, now same with this side. Now this side is going to be much more, I'm going to say deeper or back when it comes to the undercut. And I don't put a button in because I believe chef's buttons are white and you don't see it anyways, but you can do whatever you want because this is Santa, so it's different. This is not your typical chef. Oops. So I'm getting the impression that this comes around and back. Now, in order to shape the hand, I need to flatten the hand a little bit here. Might have to redo it. There, I want it flatter. This part is flatter. Let's redo this again a little bit. Now we're going to get into the book from the hand. Oops, wrong way. Bearing in mind that, of course, the hand is in and the book is out. The book is out and the hand is in. All right, now the first thing I want to do is separate the book from the hand, and let's get some square in here. See, I want it to, therefore, now the hand's going to have to be shrunk a little bit so you can get your painting in, but I want it to be a square. I want it to be squared, and the thickness is going to go down so we can make room for the hand and finger. So get out of there. Okay. Now we can always bring this in if we want to thicken the book. Now let's take off the bigger piece here. All right. Now, in order to thicken this book, if I were to smooth this out for a second here and keep most of the thickness, got my thumb here so I don't jab myself. I think we're okay with the fingers because we still got enough with the fingers here. Do this. Maybe one more. So we're still good. But in here, I mean, it's still, I want to say semi-imperfect because he's shoving it close to himself. So, but I do want to take some of this thickness off versus take some more of the fur off, and I think all the way around about here-ish. And it's going to come in here. And again, you could keep working it in pieces. I think I better do that. I might end up hurting myself if I... Oh, it's coming loose. And that'll be part of the beard. Ish, yeah, because the beard is... Got the beard coming here, so yeah, that's part of the beard. So we're shrinking the book a bit. Get in there. I mean, there's still more shaping, but I'll do that when I do the beard. Okay, the hand, we are under the, how did I do the thumb? Oh, yeah. I use some of the book to use some of the thumb. How are we going to do that? A little bit more of this. And so just get some kind of a idea of a thumb. Let me get the crease here between the thumb and the hand, that little separation. Oop, I need a little bit of cleaning. I'll get to the cleaning up later. Oops. Okay, we're getting there. I think the book is a little bigger than what I have, but no big shakes. All right, now I can take some of this off here because I was debating on what that could be, the thumb or something. I don't know. Four fingers, because we got the thumb. Do we want that smaller? Yes, we do. Because we still want the cuff to come out a little bit. Is why. And we still want the cuff to come down here. Well, I guess I've got no choice. I think I'll do some more shaping later. Let's get that 5 or 10 and 10. There. Now let's just get those fingers in. Oops. Watch the green. Watch the green. See in the middle. This is an almost flat hand because he's still holding on to it, the book. This one here will be a knuckle. And as I mentioned before, when you got two hands, 2 feet, whatever, you have one that may be smaller than the others. You take the smaller one and you make it perfect, and then you make the bigger one fit the smaller one. So we got plenty of lumber there. Now we need just the index is just a little smaller than the middle. Oops, where's that green? There's the middle. Actually, it's the ring finger is the second longest, but pinky. Oops. There's some undercutting here. And then I want this to go down like this. Now we're really going to separate that pinky. All right. So about 10 degrees this way, 10 degrees this way, 10 degrees this way. Flip it. 10 degrees this way, and so on. Around the fingers. Oops. Around the fingers. Then get some knuckles in there. Need still some more rounding, but knuckles. Ooh, I'm having a problem with my holding thumb here for some reason. Cleaning it up. Oops. All right, small 8 or 11. Just a small one. This one's about 11 at about 6 mils. The book will, oh, careful that thumb there. I have a feeling I might hit that thumb and break it off, thinking that it's a piece of flupsum there. Take the V, small V. Now first we'll make the cover. Give some depth for the cover. You don't have to worry about it, and then start doing some sheets. It's kind of hard with the cross cut here. The cross grain. You want to put that in there. You can put as many pages as you want. Let's get the cover. And put up some pages. I'm going off track, but that's okay. It's a well-worn book anyways. Cover and a few pages. Hope I bent it there. Well, I'll have to come back to that later. Okay, I'm going to take a little rest. Okay, moving on. Let's get to the hand and the spoon here. Just shaping this just a little bit. Let's pencil this in a bit. Remember, we want this hand to be about the same size. So It'll be about to take some of this off, and then gotta wrap around. Okay, this we gotta have a little bit going this way because it's up. So let's get some out of there. I'm going to use the chisel here, see if that'll help. That helps some. I can put a lot of power in these big chisels. Just to take these big pieces off here. Again, this is my number 5. Okay, where are you? And let's move this. All right, let's straighten this out a bit. Just round this a little bit here. Oops, bumped into that. Put the spoon there. Now, need to get a smaller chisel in there, get the knife started. Oh, I didn't pop that out of there. And that goes straight back. I need my number 5. It's a small 5, about 8 mils. Start getting that out of there. All right. Knife in there. Oops. All right. Now, I want to take some of this off. Put the planes in. Make sure I'm turning the hand a little bit. Okay. All right, so let's look at the spoon a little bit. I think since it's a little flatter here, let's take a little bit off here. Get some of the, just a little bit of the beard out of there. Now I want to, now we're turning the spoon. See, I'm turning it away. I don't want to go straight up and down or straight forward. See, I got to turn to his left a little bit there. I want to flatten it just a little bit. And then bring it down. Still taking some of the fur off some of it. Shaping it into a spoon. I think there's more wood here than there is spoon. Taking a good hunk off of here. There, now we can see it a little better. There's the, yeah, we'll have to talk about this collar, the cuff there. I think I may be going a little too deep here. I think I did. Got goofed up here. There we go. And this one, put one more dent here. Dent just on the other side. There. Now let's go up here. Let's clean the area here so we can take a better look at what we're doing. Again, the bit can't get in there, the router bit, but we're going to start kind of rounding it off a little bit here. I want the arm still on the upper arm here. So we're kind of doing the spoon and everything else around it at the same time. Now with that, we can begin the process of separating, like I got here, separating the spoon. Nice little hole there. And I might have to rely on my chisels for this. See what kind of chisel can I use. I'm getting there. Be careful we don't poke too hard. Okay, I went through. I can feel it. I can feel I went through. Come on out of there. Chiseling over here. Careful with the prying. Still prying. Pretty sure I went through. Yeah, I know I went through. There we go. I'm through. Now it's just a matter of picking and There we go, went through. Now it's a matter of a little bit of cleaning up here and there. Coming on this side, quite a bit of cleaning up over here. And the book, let's clean the book. Now with the book, while we're at it here, now that we got most of the wood gone from the spoon and the arm, we can get a knife in there and put a nice little darkness in there. Yeah, the knife can get in so far over here, then the chisel will have to take over. Now it's a little bit of cleaning here and there, and let's use my detail knife, is small enough to get in there. There. I think that'll do for now. Of course, I'll have to get, I'm doing my cleaning up and detailing. Is it? Oh, yeah, it just needs to be pushed. There. There's a bit of detailing and crap in the way. I always want to get out of the way here. Just getting there. So now we got that, let's round this a bit like a spoon. Watch the thumb. Again, we gotta separate, but be careful, we don't want to snap that out of there. We can have a touch. See, it's supporting the spoon. We can have a touch. But we want to make it look like it's not. The spoon and the beard is one and the same. Oh, careful. Where's that ear going to be? But this is the... Make sure we keep where that ear is supposed to be. Oh, the ear... Oh, the ear's over here. So I just got a little bit of, since it's going to be under... I'm just going to put this in just to make sure that I don't... I'm committing to that part of the ear just in case I get carried away. Because that ear is going to be covered a bit from the flop. That's almost, you can almost get right to that, but I'd rather keep working around here. Now, in a case of like this, one good tool that I have is a nice little micro file. I'll get in there more with a knife, but right now I just want to just get the crumbs out of there. Let's get the crumbs out of there. Yeah, see, that's part of the cuff back there, so I'm gonna have to leave that alone. Anyways, I want to get back to the hand, cleaning up with a hand. Let's get this out of the way. Just cleaning. The reason why I have to clean now, before you put the fingers in, is that once you get those fingers more separated, you don't want to try to clean one per each, and then it snaps. It'll snap your finger. You need a little bit of this. Now we're going, and then I want to do this. First clean this a little bit. I'm just cleaning this. Same here, except I'm going to go down. Now remember, this is being, this shirt is being turned around. And this kind of takes a little bit of the, to make it round, take the sharpness to this. So you're bringing it around. Same with on this side, except now you're going in. Oh, oops, here, before I do that, let's bring the cuff out a little more over here. There. And again, I want to 10 degrees one way, 10 degrees the other. It just, like I keep saying, when you get a better separation of the pieces of your carving, it just pops. Some people I've seen, I mean, Lynn Doty is one of them, will take his wood burning set and do that. But I'd prefer to use the knife and that. I mean, I've done it a few times. It's really interesting. Here, I'm going to put this piece in here. Do it now while we're here. Get my chisel. I want to separate the arm from the chest. See, it's kind of interesting. Even though we're trying to work on the hand, how everything just kind of goes around. So we gotta make sure everything else is right. Let's put this in deeper and then kind of round it. Okay, I think we're good to get the hand going here. Now we are under the, as I mentioned before, can I get in there? Yeah, I can. Use your V-tool as a flat edge. Okay. So we don't want to have too many fingers because the knuckles are going around. Now, is this hand any bigger? It is still slightly bigger, but I'll take off a little bit more here. quickie here. All right, here we go. Start with the middle. Index. And the pinky. Here. And here, here, and here, land, yep, here, here, I'm gonna get her in there and round the tips just a little bit. Now this is a knuckle here, in which the rest of the fingers are going around, but it still is rounded. Fingers are rounded. Now I want to bring the pinky down a little bit, and then a little more rounder, like that. Now here's what I want to do. I'm gonna put the. Let's fix this a little bit more square actually in this one. But a little. I'm gonna adjust these first here, because I want to get in. Okay, now I'm gonna go knuckle here, knuckle here, knuckle here, knuckle here. Yeah, be careful. It's got to be pretty sharp now, because I'm going against the grain. And get out of there. Then I went ahead just a little bit of a scoop here. Did I do that? I did do that. Scoop if your knife is sharp, use the tip. Over here. Now what I want to do here is do something like this, just enough to, just a little kink. Kind of shows that you really are thinking about the hand. But in this way, again, more in the detailing later, the cleaning up. Did I do that to this one? Let's see, yeah, I did. Not as deep. Well, no, it's more sharper. It should be a little more sharper here. There. All right. Anything more fixing and whatever I'll do during the cleaning up. Spoon. Now, we forgot to have, I want a nice round tool. This one I'll start with my number 11, about 8 mils, and just scoop a little bit until finally you start getting like this. Get started, and then you can. And do a sideways one. And again, I will, when I clean it up, I'll do a little more while cleaning up, but let's do some of this before. Just on the edge, make sure, give it a nice spoon look. Now let's see if the number, my number 9, where's my number 9? That's my 5. Oh, where did he just, oh there he is, he rolled off. See if that'll just clean it a little bit. Just want to clean it, not dig anymore, but to clean. Now you can get in and get some more definition in that. I'm good with that. Oh yeah, here I did. Looks like I did a lot more definition. If you want it, then we can take the knife on the edges. Watch the grain. There we go. I think that'll. There we go. That's a little better. And then you can shape the front and the back a little more. Or the back a little more, pardon me. As much as you want to shape it. Finger out of the way. So I think that's it on the spoon. A little more shaping here and there, but I think we're good. If I keep shaping, I'll end up ruining it, I suppose, so I better stop. That leaves us with the head and the ear. And I do need to take a restroom break, so I'll be right back. Right in the meanwhile, there's the hand with the spoon. Along with the hand in the book. Don't mind the crappin' pucky in there. We'll take care of that. I don't think I gave you a close-up of the back. Shall return.